Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I'm playing with Stretch the Sketch and I'm using my Counterfeit Kit challenge. And this is the sketch we're stretching. And so Stretch the Sketch is, if you have a 12 by 12 sketch, then that's the only size you can do. So I could have done this in an 8 by 8 or a 6 by 6 or whatever, just not 12 by 12. So I pulled out these two pieces of green paper from my Counterfeit Kit, and these are actually from a Christmas paper pad, but I'm going to use it on this for camping hike, so yay. I decided to do the side photos as a 4x4 and then two 3x4s. So this butterfly is going to get cut down to 3x4 because the butterfly is the important part and not all of the other stuff there. And this one was hard to cut, but the mountains and the lake view are what's important there. That other picture is just a double, and I'm going to cut the railing off, and so those three are going to be on this side. And then I do have other pictures that I could have used too, but that's okay. And then on the sketch there is a piece of paper here. So I'm going to use an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock in white, because why not? So I'll put one on both sides. And then, so I have some things that are nature. So I thought I'd use the nature study. I did pull out the simple stories, but I didn't get into that yet. And I did think I was going to use some of these as layering pieces, but I don't. I pull out these two tabs and they say seek and discover. And I pull out some other bits. And then I'm like, maybe in this one. This last week I used a little bit on Friday's layout, yesterday's layout. And this is actually the Moonlit collection, but I didn't remember and or see that when I was using it. So that's okay. I did pull out the two film reels from that, but I'm not going to actually use them as a spoiler. But I'm playing and having fun and trying to decide what I want off of this one. So on the sketch, there is a border piece that is down here at the bottom, like 2/3 up. And it does have where I've got that circle that I've cut this photo map of. That's where the title's supposed to go. Mine's not going to go there. I thought it was fun to include the actual picture of the trail, so it wasn't a long hike, but it was good for the kids and our dog, who doesn't really like other people, so it was good for this. And then this is my color, my black and white gray color iris box, because there's lots in here. And so I decided to pull some stuff out, and look, I found my black doilies. So this is going to get a doily on it. So Counterfeit Kit challenge number 1 this month that was posted on the 12th was use a doily. So this I'm going to do, and intentional today instead of unintentional yesterday. So, and this one's a true doily, not just the lacy kind of look. So, and looking in my metal bin, just trying to find some other things, because I didn't really find a whole lot I was thinking of using, and I was looking for another border piece that I have 2 of, because you need 2 of them. I could have used ribbon there too, but I didn't, and so I decided that I have the 2 of the polka dot one. I'm just going to go with the polka dot scalped one, because why not? And then here I'm using what's left over on my brush from yesterday. So there's a little bit of Stormy Sky and some prize ribbon in it. And I'm literally just using what's left on my brush to ink this edge up to give it a little bit of blue. Enough to like make it pop and look like there's another layer there, but not putting more paper there. I could have put more paper, but not a big deal. So this piece, one of those border strips has like a funky edge on it. So I'm going to use the other one here because it's going to get cut off anyway. And so then the one that has the funky edge is the part that gets cut off. So yay. So on the sketch, the bottom two photos overlap this bit, so I did want to keep that true to the sketch. So that is what I'm trying to figure out where that needs to be on this white. So about there. I'm using my T-square so it gets it straight. And then this I'm going to slide underneath for now. And then I pull out one of these and I'm like, that would be cute for the other circle bit, but it'd be really cute to mat this on there too. So I am going to mat this. I'm going to cut it off. And then when I go to put it underneath, I realized there was two of them there because I didn't actually pull it apart properly. So happy accident. I'm going to use the other one on top because why not? So in the sketch, this is where the journaling goes. I'm not going to put any journaling on this because it's a hike and the title is going to be massive and will tell exactly what it needs to tell. So not a big deal. So then I'm just getting this on. When I put my title on, which you won't see because that footage, I had to I paused it. And then when I turned it back on, the video was really poor quality and the color was all off. So it wasn't actually rendering properly when I put it in here. So instead of really poor quality, we'll just have the still shots at the end, but that's a little bit yet. But just as a heads up, I'm just going to do the title off screen and splatters is all you miss. But, and then these, when I do put the title on, I'm going to move them over just a bit more, which is fine. But I'm like, this, nope. I don't really need that now. Nope. And then these are from Ali Edwards from a long time ago. And I thought they might be cute, but it's not really going with the feel I want. So I'm like, maybe not. That one, no. I just pulled out a bunch of cute things that I thought were cute. So that may or may not work. So now I'm going back to the nature study for 49 and Market. And those mushrooms are cute. And I like how they stand out on the black. It looks like there's other bits layered up for the long piece. So I was thinking maybe like this branch, but it does not make me happy. So I'm not going to use it. There's other mushrooms. I thought that was pretty cute. I don't have pictures of mushrooms on this, but there's definitely mushrooms up in Kananaskis. So just trying different things out. So now that I got this side mostly done, I'm going to focus on this other side for a little bit so I can get a cohesive look going. So just lining it up because I do want it almost straight. If it's not perfect, it won't be super noticeable in the page projectors, but it will be noticeable enough. And then this one, I am going to cut the mountains off and just include our dog, which was a little hard to do, but that's okay. And then cut this one down. It is not my favorite picture of me, but oh well. And then just looking at what else I'd want here. And so I'm going to use the picture of my oldest with the dog and my husband, and then some more scenery pictures because why not? And so I'm going to mimic the 3x4s and the 4x4, and then these other two are going to be 4x5s. It gives a little bit more space in between, but that's okay. And then this is going to go, I'm going to line it straight across. I could have lined it up where the break is in that one photo too, but didn't really matter that way. So I was thinking like on the other side there. So I'm just going to map out where this needs to be, use my T-square to get it on. A little awkwardly. And then just trim that off. And so now that's set up. So that's a continuous shelf across both pages. And I'm liking the way that looks. And then I'm using my T-square and lining up my papers to get my pictures on. But they keep moving around because I don't have magnets yet. So they're all out of stock at our local scrapbook store. So eventually, but you can see how a strong magnet would totally make this easier. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape to put that on, just so it doesn't move around as much. And double checking. And I really didn't get it straight. There we go. And then the rest I'm just going to eyeball, or not quite eyeball. I think I eyeballed the other two though. If I remember right. If I don't, then I don't. But yeah, here we go. And up. There we are. And so I like those mushrooms. I'm going to commit to the bow, I think. The little divider things I thought would work on the other side. Mushrooms are committed. Yay! Just wanted that to overlap the photo a little bit. So, and then I am going to prop up on some foam adhesive of both parts of the bow so that there's a little dimension there, because this is actually a pretty flat page, all said and done. And trying out some other stuff. Nope. These again. Nope. It's not what I want. So then I found one of the off-cut pieces. Actually, I think they're both there right now. And I'm going to put that in. That moves the black to both sides for the circle bit, even though it's not on its side anymore. Or like it's up and down. And so then that goes on. And I did have two pieces in there. So I did sneak the other piece out while I was sitting here doing my voice recording, because yep. So and then the Seek and the Discover go there, and then I just want to tie in the mushrooms on the other side. So I'm going to pull out some other bits and pieces. So I thought that butterfly was cute. It's not going to go on this one, but it was a thought. I'm going to use the other brown mushrooms. I'm going to use this butterfly or moth. And then there are a couple of other more brown moths in here like that, and I thought that tied into the mushroom colors better, and so those ones are going to go on. And all of these I'm going to use foam and pop up their wings so that it does have a little bit of dimension there, and a little bit of glue on the middle part. And then this one's going to overlap on the bottom circle here where the map is. And then this one, which is a little bigger, is going to go on this right side. And then I'm going to slide the mushrooms in behind. And I think that's pretty cute for that. And deciding nope to that one. And then the last little bit is to put that last butterfly moth on because it's not glued. And I am going to do the title. And so the title is with black dollar store letters, actually. My title is going to say Upper Kananaskis Lake and Sorrel Creek Falls Hike. So that's why I didn't do that all on screen. And then these are my close-ups because that's where we're at. So some days, right? Some days. So there's that page on the right side, and then it'll go into the left side so you can see the splatters. You'll see the title. That's the whole left side, and then them both together. Thank you so much for being here today. If you liked my video, I'd appreciate the like, subscribe, comment. There is a playlist for Stretch the Sketch below, and also the blog for Counterfeit Kit is also linked below. Thank you so much for being here today, and have yourself a wonderful day.